Hello, my name is Malena and I graduated from the University of Life. And that is the reason why I decided to make this video, because after I graduated, I thought, you know what? I learned a lot of stuff. I am a very good alumni from that university where all kinds of stuff happened to me as much as it has happened to you. So the name of the lesson today is called Reset. Reset is literally that. You're going to erase all, rewind, reset, and behave completely different as the role model that you always wanted to be. Spend today having new experiences, new resources, new habits, new friends, and make a conscious effort to make yourself happy, wealthy, healthy, and it's always being you. It has always been you. There was a time when something awful happened to me, and then I said, why is this person doing this to me? Why is he treating me this way? Why is my friend betrayed me? Whatever. But it took me years to understand that everything had to do with me. How I thought, how I talk, how I express myself, how I behave every day, my habits, my morning routines, my eating habits, my exercise habits, my love, my self-love. I realized that I had nothing. I just was waking up, doing the same thing, picking up the phone. Oh my God, I got all these messages and all my friends sending me all these memes, and then I ended up stuck in the same routine, either TikTok, Instagram, whatever, Facebook, it doesn't matter. So then I realized I was stuck, and it was every single time that you are doing the same thing, you're going to get the same results. What are the same results? Okay, you end up a relationship or maybe a marriage of 20 years. You finally give yourself a chance to find someone new, and that new one gives you the same experiences, the same hurts, the same abandonment, the same neglect, the same everything. You don't realize that it is you who created everything in your life. That's why I said from the beginning, I graduated from the University of Life, where you learn that every single thing you do, every single experience you do, it was created by you. Yes, that includes your poverty, that includes your wealth, that includes your health, that includes your children, the behavior of your children even. Everything is you. Your surroundings is you. So the reason why I started my lessons with the reset button was because I want to teach everybody how beautiful life is. How beautiful you can reset your life to have the experiences you like, have the wealth you like, have the happiness you like, everything you like. The body you like, the beauty you like, whatever it is that you want. But you want to be able to understand that it is you. Nobody else, nobody is responsible for your happiness. Nobody is responsible for how you feel, for nothing. You are the one that is responsible for everything that happens to you. Everything that happens to you is, unfortunately, you. Yes, I'm sorry I woke up blaming you about everything, but it is true. It is true. Your thoughts, your words, your actions. Okay? Because remember, every action has a reaction of an equal or lesser value. Every action has a reaction of an equal or lesser value. Okay, what happens with every action you have? Let's see that this boyfriend, okay, does something to you, or this girlfriend does something to you. If you decide not to react, that person might not react either. But if you react angry, you escalate the problem, you act like the victim, then probably it gets worse. But if you don't react, you sit with yourself and you analyze whatever they did to you, you are going to notice that the actions will be different. The reactions will be different. You have no power to change no one. You have no power to change the reactions of no one. But you have the power to react however you want. Someone calls you stupid. I know I am, but I know I am. So what? It doesn't matter what anybody tells you. You just react however you like. If you allow things to hurt you, you allow words to hurt you, what happens is little by little, your soul starts to literally shrink, literally feel empty in the inside, depressed, lonely, Another thing, on the reset, you behave completely different. How do you behave completely different? They say depression is sickness, it's a disease. Okay, yes, it happens to the point where you feel so helpless, you can't get out of that dark moment in your life. It feels like nothing will ever be bright again. And every single sunny day looks like a really dark, rainy, shitty day. I'm sorry about the word. Bad day, How do you do that? How do you reset? How do you make sure that you have different experiences? How do you make sure that you wake up and you make a conscious decision to make a change for your life? First of all, there's lots of lonely people out there. Yet, this year, I made 3 new amazing friends. Because I realized that there's more good people in the world than bad. There's more good people in the world than bad. Since the beginning of time, 1940s, whatever, there's World War II, World War I, the Japanese fighting with us, the Russians fighting with us. And we saying this is the bad person, that's the bad person. Whatever it is, from the beginning of time, yes, there's bad people, but there's also good people. There's good people, a lot of them, plenty of them, hundreds of them, millions of them. When you give yourself a chance to meet those people, not just by chance, you yourself become different, you yourself become happier, you yourself start loving yourself, you yourself start respecting yourself, you yourself start working on yourself. You're going to start attracting the best to you. How do you do that? How do you start loving yourself? Oh, everybody tells you, love yourself, you're important, you're enough, you are the golden ticket. And then in your heart you say, how am I the golden ticket? First of all, if when I was little my mom left us, or my dad cheated on my mom, or my dad drinks so much that he hates my mom, how is it I'm enough that my husband hates me, my husband cheated on me, my children never called me, whatever it is that makes you feel bad and has scarred you for life since you were little, those things are the ones that makes you think like, I'm not lovable, I'm not enough, I'm not the golden ticket. I've been hurt and I've been deserted, I've been abandoned, I've been broke, I don't even have money to eat. I'm not enough. How am I going to love myself and be all positive? Well, no, it's not about the positive. And you see hundreds of videos on Instagram and TikTok of be positive, love yourself, respect yourself, blah, blah, blah. But the core thing is you have to work on yourself. You have to work on those wounds from deep inside yourself. How do I work on a wound that hurts me so much? For example, if you were a victim, or you're still a victim of domestic violence, for example, where they control your money, where they gaslight you, where they narcissist. How do you heal yourself? How do you reset? How do you start little by little, steps by steps? How do you make each step count? How do you walk that path to recovery of pain and hurt and loneliness and poverty and hunger and anger and hatred, all those awful things that you're not supposed to feel, because life is just gorgeous, life is beautiful. And I always tell everybody life is delicious. Life is delicious. But how do you get to that point? How do you get yourself to reset and behave completely different? One good step, I tell you, Joe Dispersa is amazing. He has amazing meditations and studies that can help you. You go on YouTube and you look for him. They can help you start little by little through meditation, having quiet time for yourself, prayer, having quiet time with you and God himself, walking in nature, having that breathing to yourself, looking with your own eyes at the beauty of the creation that we surrounds. If you're able to see, you're blessed. You can see colors, you can see trees, you can see fruits, you can see flowers, you can see the birds, you can see the squirrels, you can see the traffic, you can see your hands, you can see your face. You're already blessed. And if you take a little hamburger, as bad as it is, it's delicious. If you can taste, you're blessed. If you can hear, you're blessed. If you can smell, you're blessed. When we got the COVID, couldn't taste or smell. You were taking two things away. Your taste and your smell. You couldn't taste and you couldn't smell. So what happened? Two blessings were taken away. But when you got better and you were able to taste and smell, it's a blessing. So when you start seeing everything as a blessing with gratitude that you have it, that is yours, just because you woke up, even if you wake up in the street, but you were able to see the sun, that gratitude, guess what? It multiplies. And another thing that helps you with the meditations from Joe Dispersa, to learn to change, or even watching Eckhart Tolle, he's amazing. When you empty your mind, you blank, you just concentrate on the nothingness, except on what is here and now. I'll give you an example. There's a little deer gazing in the grass, eating. And there's a lion chasing this little deer. Bambi is chasing Bambi. And Bambi runs like a crazy person, and the lion is coming behind. And suddenly he noticed the lion is not there anymore. Guess what the little deer does again? He goes back, starts gazing again, eating again, enjoying that nature, the freedom of being able to eat. It's not like us humans who go, oh my God, I'm not gonna eat because the lion chased me. He chased me like for 2 hours. So I'm not eating. Starving to death, I'm gonna be in the dark. I'm gonna be hiding behind this tree and never eat again. Why? Because we humans, we are the only animal, whatever creation that we are, that we suffer for things that are no longer happening at all. Just suffer for whatever happened like 10 years ago, 5 years ago. I had a friend who told me at the restaurant, she was crying and said, oh my God, my husband cheated on me. Oh, she was crying. I was like, oh my God, this is horrible. I mean, she looks like it looks like a good marriage. What the heck? When did this happen? 10 years ago. Oh, I didn't choke her, but I said, okay. Whew. So during these 10 years, what happened? Oh, he's being nice, he's trying so hard, we have a beautiful son, and blah, blah, blah. So what happened those 10 years? That person was not able to enjoy the beauty of those 10 years where her son was growing up, where her husband was being loving, where her husband has regretted that. Whatever. She chose to forgive him, so she better be nice now. She's the one who chose that. However, you're here, you're now, and this is what matters, the here and the now, because the yesterday does not exist and the tomorrow does not exist either. Not exist, not exist. What exists? This. What is real is what's happening now. What is real is what's happening to our country, to the world, blah, 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 blah. right? So what is it? How you're going to be the best version of yourself now? It's just be the best version of yourself now. Let that go. If you're better today, believe me, you're going to have a nice tomorrow. If you're happy today, you're going to be happy tomorrow. If you're happy today, you're going to be happy tomorrow. It doesn't matter what happened to you literally an hour ago. I went to this beautiful, party, and I was wearing these beautiful high heels, and I was having a blast. And someone stepped on my foot, and oh, it was hurting me so much the whole night. I was like, oh my God, my foot. But that did not take away the fact that I was having a great time with amazing friends. I put my foot in a little bit of water, a bandage, blah, blah, blah. And I didn't go the next day telling my friends, oh my God, it was the worst night in the world. My foot. No. Enjoy what's happening now. A lot of us have children that have been sick or currently sick. Adult kids that have addictions. Adult kids that had a horrible accident where they're paralyzed. All kinds of terrible things that happened to someone we love. And they're currently suffering that. So every day we must be grateful that they're alive. Because every day we can show them that we love them. We can show them that we care. We can take them to the park. We can send them a text, encouragement text if they're in an addiction of some kind. Every single day is an opportunity for us to be there for them, to be there for us. As hurtful as it is, even if you're going to the hospital to see someone you love so much in their last days, you still have that day to visit them, to talk to their ears, to let them know the beauty of the moments you guys spend together. Allow your only day, which is today, to have a new experience of love, happiness, of understanding that you can make a conscious effort. Make a conscious effort to be healthy, wealthy, happy. When you're happy and grateful for what you're doing now, believe it or not, you'll be like shocked of how many good things start coming your way. People, phone calls, texts. I was last week sick with a bad flu. I get a knock at the door. Someone had delivered DoorDash soup. One of my friends dropped off soup. Another friend showed up with soup. Another friend showed up with medicine. Another friend showed up with tea. And I was just in bed. Well, I was in a lot of pain. I got sick really bad. But I was feeling the love from all those people that came to help. All those people that came to see I was okay. And you are going to receive that when you're able to start healing and knowing that it is you who has the big power to react the way you want to anything that comes your way. If your room is dirty or cluttered, it is exactly the reflection of what's inside yourself, in your soul. If your room is cluttered and you can hardly walk or get to the restroom because you have all this clothes on the floor, trash you haven't taken out, all that is inside you. So you start decluttering your living space because that is your aura, your surroundings. You start clearing that space from the outside, but you're also clearing the space from the inside. When they go to the homes of those people that collect so much stuff and trash and they're hoarding all these horrendous mountains of trash, guess what was inside that were never able to empty? It was that lion that was chasing them. They never allowed themselves to gaze again. They never allowed themselves to enjoy themselves again. They stay somewhere trapped. Maybe they lost a loved one, a mom. Imagine losing your mom. That's the most painful thing. the person that loves you the most on this earth gone, and you stayed in that place. You fell in love with that hurt, with that pain, with that sorrow, instead of embracing all the things this love from her gave you. Embracing her legacy, embracing the legacy of your dad, embracing the legacy of a brother or a sister or anyone that you lost in your life, embracing every moment that they gave you while they were alive. But we don't. We fall in love with our pain. We fall in love with those moments that hurt us, that marked us for the rest of our lives. We fall in love with that. 20 years of domestic violence abuse, and we just stay there, and we are the victim. I lived horrible things. Yes, we do. All of us do. All of us. And when you start looking at humanity with that feeling that this, you, that, and all of us have gone through hell and back. We've gone through horrible things. All of us together, the entire world, we all have suffered together, but we all have got up together, and we all have the same potential to be happy. We have held hands, we have become strong, we have rise, we have fallen, you name it. We have wars, we have ended wars. Look what's happening right now in the US. So much uncertainty, so much fear, and so much everything, that all we have to do is literally unite. How do we unite? You start from the inside. You start to reset yourself. You start to do the meditations. I'm serious. Look at Joe Dispersa. He's amazing. Eckhart Tolle. Amazing. And I'm going to be bringing you later in the other chapters resources for you to read. Books are excellent to read, and if you don't have time to read while you're commuting or in the traffic, instead of getting all crazy about the traffic, you can hear audiobooks that are very good, like books in metaphysics, books on self-growth, books on all kinds of personal growth. But there's hundreds of books that tells you everything of, you name it. There's amazing books out there. However, how do we do it? How do we get out of our dungeon? The dungeon that we decided to sit on. The dungeon where we are the ones that put our own chains. The dungeon where we decide to not look out the window and look at the light and look at the sun. How do we do that? How do we do that? Well, you have to start by rewinding, erasing, and resetting. How do I do that? First, you begin to be honest with yourself. Two, you forgive yourself. You forgive yourself. You say, okay, I forgive you. I forgive you, Malena. But you honestly forgive yourself for the mistakes you made. The wrong relationships, the wrong thing you said to your son or your daughter, so if you don't have children, the things you've done when you got like super drunk, or didn't get drunk, but you still did stupid stuff. But you really forgive yourself. You're honest with your forgiveness. You're honest with you. You do not lie to yourself. If you say, oh, I'm on a diet, and you buy a chocolate shake, are you on a diet? Well, yeah, but I'm just cheating today. But then I'm going to cheat tomorrow and the day before, blah, 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 and I eat like 2,500 or 2,000 calories. It's not easy not to lie to yourself. It's kind of difficult to be honest to yourself. It really is. It is difficult to be honest to yourself. Imagine how you're going to be honest to other people. Or if you're not even honest to you, how do you expect others to be honest to you? You see? If you're not honest to you, how do you expect someone else to be honest to you? You see what happens? What I'm explaining to you today is something interesting. It is all you. Everything that happens to you is you. Someone steals from you, you start thinking, oh my God, did I steal from someone? Do I owe money to someone? Why? You're not supposed to steal from me. Where are you? What are you doing that someone stole from you? What did you do that someone stole from you? What did you do that someone hurt you? What did you do that someone cheated? What did you do that someone fired you? Look at yourself Analyze yourself. I'm not saying that just like make you more depressed or sad. No, no, this is not intended for that. It's intended for you to really understand that it is in your hands to have a better life, to have a happy life, to have an abundant life, to have a healthy life with yourself and the loved ones, to have everything you ever wanted. It is possible. It really is possible. Don't look in Instagram and see all these beautiful women walking slowly with their hats. And say, I'll never be that, because it's you. It's all in your hands. It's all in your power. It's not in your power of your friends or your husband or your girlfriend or whatever. No one has the responsibility to make you nothing, to make you happy, to support you, to nothing. Not even your boss. I have a new coworker that says, I'm so depressed and I don't know, I have anxiety. Why did I get this job? I'm so anxiety. And I'm looking at her like, wow, what did I do to attract her coming to me to complain? I told her, look for something you like. Do something you enjoy. Find something you really like. I really had a hard time finding what I like. I really did. What do I like? What do I like? I'm not good in piano or guitar, or I said, no, what do I like? Well, I like to have fun. I like to help people. I like to talk to my friends, and I like to be with my children. You start looking to what you like. You know, I love business. Oh my gosh, I love import, export. I love it. It's something that is exciting to me to see things coming in and selling and distribution and all that. I love it. I feel happy, so I love my job. I really do. And when she said that, she's an accountant, I was sad for her. I thought like, oh my gosh, wow, how did she get to this point? Because she did look stressed. And it had nothing to do with the boss. And it has nothing to do with the co-workers. It has everything to do with her. Everything to do with her. Everything to do with you. You. If you hate your job, it's you. If you're in a place you hate, it's you. If you're in a relationship you hate, it's you. If you're a victim of domestic violence, there's resources. Resources, because victims of domestic violence is a totally different world. We need to give you resources. You need to know there is help. There's lots of help. Recognizing that you are part of that, and recognizing that in the domestic violence world, there is codependency, and all that is in other chapters. But today, you're going to learn, and you want to learn to reset. You empty your mind, you breathe, 10 seconds. Look, breathe 10 seconds. That oxygen that went to your head in those 10 seconds is the same oxygen you have when you're a baby, when you're a newborn, and then you feel clarity. And there's another trick. You smile, 17 seconds. You trick the mind, the subconscious mind, that you're happy. Try it again. 17 seconds. You trick the subconscious mind that you're happy. Like, how am I going to be happy if this just happened to me? Okay. I'm not being a bee and saying, oh, you'll be happy, blah, blah, blah. No. Okay. Find exercises to work with yourself. Find ways to work with yourself. Find peace within you. Forgive yourself. Be merciful to yourself. Be kind to yourself. One of the things I learned with friends, when I tell them, oh, have self-love. Yeah, I went to do my nails, my eyelashes. I went to do my pedicure. I went to do a skin sauna. No, that is outside. You can do that. Self-love is what I just told you. You breathe. You smile, you forgive yourself, you pray, you meditate, You breathe, you smile, you pray, you meditate. You breathe, you smile, you pray, you meditate. You learn to be kind to you. If no one was ever kind to you in your childhood or ever, you're totally lonely and there's no one out there. You do have someone. One of them is you. And one of them obviously is the creator of our universe. You're never alone. You always have the best care. But you have to understand that. You have to know that you're not alone. You have to know that you're protected, that you're guided, that you're loved, that you're cared for. Just the mere fact that there's free oxygen, beautiful flowers, beautiful clouds, oceans, mountains. You're not alone. When the pandemic hit, everybody stayed home. And what happened at home? Everybody found themselves alone or with their families, with their surroundings. And the sales of home improvements at Home Depot and Lowe's went up. Why? Because everybody started running there to buy plants and stuff because, oh my God, my house is a mess. And I'm gonna redecorate this, I'm gonna redecorate that. And I met a couple that came and told me they were buying things to remodel their house. And they said, oh yeah, I'm the owner of this nightclub. And I never spent time with my wife, but now we're together and this is like meeting her for the first time all over again. What happened is that pandemic took us back to ourselves, to look at ourselves, to spend time with ourselves. What did we find? We found that we had neglected ourselves and our loved ones and our homes and our surroundings, and it was not right. It was not right. We had to take an entire pandemic to put us back in the present, where everything could go wrong, went wrong. A pandemic doesn't have to show you that you have to be present for yourself, that you have to reset, that you have to learn to build yourself all over again, and that you have to understand that all the experiences that you went through are done. They're the ones that shape you into the diamond that you are now, the person that you're now. That every single rubbing and scrubbing in your soul was to build you into the person that you're now. And you're an amazing person. And you're a great person. And you just need to love you and help you. You know, you have to make that effort, conscious effort, to reset, to rewind, to behave completely different, to get new friends. New friends. Give people a chance. I mean, I just got 3 friends that are amazing. I was like, what? Well, I don't even know where they came from. And when I talk to them and we just getting to know each other, they're amazing. They're full of amazingness. But I know in my heart, through the University of Life, that I attracted them. They attracted all the love I was giving when I was sick. That I attracted all the blessings that I received. I want to pour my heart to anyone out there to really reset. My lesson tomorrow is not a continuation of the reset. It's another amazing lesson that I will give you truly with love, truly with pure intention of you knowing that today is the best day ever and only good things are happening to you and to me. Today is the best day ever. You're wealthy, healthy, and happy. Never forget that it is you. It is only you that has the power to act and react however you like, to adversity, to happiness, to anything that comes your way today. You are the one. Begin with your surroundings. Begin with your surroundings to make them pretty, even if it's a humble room or a mansion. It doesn't matter what it is. Whatever you are, understand that today is the best day ever. To laugh, to smile, to trick the subconscious that you're happy because life is beautiful. And I repeat, and I leave you with this, that life is delicious. To the next time.